Viewer discretion is advised. One of my favorite places to be is Silent Hill, even when it's still in a foggy haze, with the ash from the eternally burning fires blowing in the wind, falling like grim snowflakes. I truly do find this place peaceful. But when those air raid sirens go off, you'll quickly learn that nothing good is going to happen. Here in this live-action adaptation, I believe the filmmakers truly achieved the atmosphere of the town from the beloved video game franchise. The story begins with two frightened parents, Chris and Rose Da Silva, frantically looking outside for their missing adopted daughter, Sharon, who suffers from horrible night terrors and keeps yelling about a place called Silent Hill. Eventually, Rose decides to abduct her own daughter from Chris and drive her out to Silent Hill in hopes she can find an answer to why this is happening to Sharon. At a gas station, they attract the interest of a police officer whose name is Sybil, who follows the girls towards Silent Hill before pulling her over. Rose panics and hits the gas, busting down the lock gates, and Sybil follows. The two end up in a nasty crash, knocking themselves out. When they wake up, Rose discovers that Sharon is gone with tracks in the fallen ash leading deeper into the town. As Rose goes through Silent Hill, she begins to piece together the story of another little girl who once lived in Silent Hill, and her name was Alessa. This whole story is about the god-awful things a nasty cult did to this little girl because she's different. If you don't like any of what I just said, this film is not for you. But there is another side of the story, and what it is what happens to Chris Da Silva. Chris is played by Sean Bean, who does not die in this movie, which makes it unique. Also heads out to Silent Hill in hopes of finding his family. But when he and a local detective investigate the town, we see that Rose and Chris are in parallel dimensions. Chris is being the real world, so it still has the warmth of the sunlight, while Rose is stuck in purgatory. This is how I interpret the representation of Silent Hill when it's gray. Many others have other opinions. I love this about Silent Hill stories. Certain characters go into this town, and the town changes almost like it's a horror show catering to the individual. That individual is Alessa. Another thing I adore this town for is the monsters, which feel like they've been ripped straight out of the games and onto the screen with the combined use of practical and CG effects. The first monster Rose and Sybil come across is what's called an armless man, and it's a frightening thing to look at, realizing it's like a person stuck inside a body bag, walking around in pain, and worst of all, it can projectile a corrosive bile. You've got the very stylish choreographed walk with the dark nurses deep underneath the town. And then you've got this guy. His name is Colin, and he deserves to look like this. One of the most horrifying things in this film is this disgusting thing licking the air like a snake as it drags its bound body. And finally, Pyramid Head. There's a bit of an issue with his appearance in this film, for when Konami made Silent Hill 2, Pyramid Head had a personal relationship with the main character, who's not in this film. So it makes no sense for him being here other than feeling the need to use him because he's very iconic. I mean, look at the guy's head, or better yet, his butt cheeks. He also has a very violent kill scene in this movie that got a lot of people talking about how scary he is. Funny enough, with the presence of these monsters, the true villains are the members of the cult, the humans. Even though the filmmakers didn't stick super close to the source material, like how in the game, it's a father whose name is Harry Masson, not Christopher, and his wife, Rose Da Silva, looking for his missing daughter, Cheryl, not Sharon. Some of these monsters aren't featured in the original game, as I mentioned. Pyramid Head was made for Silent Hill 2, and I think the Dark Nurses are too, but I might be wrong. But I still strongly believe this is one of the best live-action video game adaptations for the silver screen produced to date. I give this film a nice 4 out of 5. It's an older film at the time of writing this, but still manages to hold up and deliver a scary horror film that isn't an embarrassment to hardcore fans like many other movies like this do. So tell me, do you like this version of Silent Hill? Do you like the movie? Do you like the second one? I don't even want to talk about it right now, but I'm excited that Silent Hill's coming back, and I wanted to talk about how this is what I think a really good adaptation is. It's not a perfect adaptation, but it's close enough that it delivers a good product. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Have a good one. Bye.